Hey fellas, how are you? Happy Friday and good evening to you. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope my masculine energies had a very good Friday, a productive and a positive Friday. Welcome back to my channel, Masculine Empowering Oracles by me, Maglitas. Welcome back. I'm hoping that you guys are ready for some more inspirational, positive reinforcements on this Friday. Because it is kind of a little bit later on in the evening that I am recording this video, I'm not going to be too long, but I did want to just pop right in to just give us some inspiration and some encouragement for your Friday. But not only for your Friday, but something for you to as well reflect and to perhaps just give some thought to for your weekend or heading into your weekend ahead. All right? Not to mention, I am a little tired, so like I said, I didn't want to leave y'all hanging. I did say that I would bring you these videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but because it is Friday and all of us, no doubt, is ready to kind of wind down our Friday, I won't keep you guys. So with that being said, usually I do draw 3 cards for you, but for today, for tonight, I'm just going to just draw 2 cards for you. 2 cards from each of the decks. All right? To just give you something, like I said, something inspirational and some encouragement for you to take into your weekend. All right? So with all of that being said, let us get right into it. But before we start, let us clear our energy field between us at this time so that we can have some positive vibrations and positive energies at this time. All right? To clear out any negative thoughts, any negative emotions. We just want to experience positive vibrations so that we can elevate ourselves to the highest frequency at this time. Okay, Spirit, please provide positive reinforcements between energies. Please clear out any negative energies at this time. Alright guys, so I cleared and cleansed our energy field, so we should be good to go. Alright, so I gave the deck a good pre-shuffle, but I'm going to just shuffle a little bit right now to draw 2 cards from your archetype deck. Let's see what messages Spirit wants you to know. Let's see what reinforcements or some see what areas perhaps Spirit wants you to draw upon. Okay, get back to this. One more, please, Spirit. One more card. And one dropped. I'm going to put it back because we just took this one out. So I'm going to put that one back in and pull out another one. That was the Seeker card. That came out on your Wednesday's reading. So we're going to go in and give another card a chance to come out. Okay? Here we go again. We also had Hunter. Alright. Let's pick out another one. Sometimes when cards come out, as I had mentioned before, when a card pops out and it's popping out again from a prior video or reading, sometimes I will pull it out because it just shows that there's some extra attention that needs to be focused on. But for tonight, Spirit says to go in and just pull out something else. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, Spirit, one more card for the collective. Comedian. This as well came out on Wednesday. This was just basically about some of you that perhaps is pursuing a career in being a comedian. So if you want to know about this here, just go into Wednesday's video and you can watch that video because I talk about this, because this was the card, one of the cards that came out for you on Wednesday. All right, so I'm not going to take it. I'm going to go in and wrap another one. But that was the comedian card because I felt that someone out there was perhaps looking to start a career to be a comedian. So feel free to go to Wednesday's video to get some insights about what I mentioned about that card. All right, let's see. Spirit, my card, please. All right, there we go. Okay, so the two cards that finally came out that I haven't talked about yet, one of which is the activist. Okay, activist. And the other one is adventurer. Okay, so let's tap into these messages. Let's see what message these cards is about. So these are two different types of field of expression, or one's own personal endeavor, or one card, the activist, calls attention to perhaps one of you. Now, just before we get into it, just know, as I always state, that whatever comes out and however the interpretation of the cards come out, it's not going to resonate with each and every one of you. It may resonate with just one of you. It may resonate with two of you, or just a portion of you, but it's not going to resonate with all of you. So if it doesn't resonate with you tonight, that means that it's not your reading, okay? But as I continue to upload videos, one of those videos will resonate and it will be your story, but it just may not be for tonight. All right, so just keep that in mind. So activist calls upon, the energy here is someone who is just what it says, who's an advocate, someone who's an activist in his own community, someone that speaks upon the rights of the people, but within his community first. So some of you might be very poised or have some type of skill or talent to really speak and be the advocate of your community. You are looking for ways to bring about peace, the rights for the people. And so if this is something that describes you and what you're doing, well, Spirit says to continue, because it might be something that you say, it might be something that you do that will actually help your community to come out of whatever it is. Maybe there is something in the neighborhood that needs help in terms of like the physical environment. So you're speaking upon that. And when you speak upon it, you're actually manifesting that to take place. You are the voice of the people. A lot of times there are things in life, there are things that goes on in our neighborhood, in our community, and some people are not brave enough to kind of bring it to the attention of the person or the higher upper, because some people are just not good when it comes to their voice. They're not good when it comes to expressing the needs that need to be attended to. So maybe on the other hand, you are the opposite. Maybe you have what it takes. You have that voice. You have that ability to reach people, to reach the higher upper, and to speak on behalf of your fellow man. Okay? So to me, this is what the activist is about. Okay, so like I said, it might be some of you out there that is actually doing this right now. And if it's not now, maybe somewhere in the future. Maybe this is something that perhaps will come out of you later on, where you will be the voice for your community, for your fellow man. Okay, so this is what I get with activists. Okay, and then your next card is adventurer. So immediately, this person look like perhaps is, I don't want to, it could be bungee jumping. That's very adventurous. But the word itself, adventurer, it's very self-explanatory. This is an energy, a person that is taking life to new levels. You are coming out of the mundane, the ordinary things that you do day to day. And perhaps now you are ready to just be adventurous, whether that may be. It could be skydiving. Anything that is out of your ordinary. Sometimes life can be boring, or sometimes we think about the things that we do Like maybe on the weekends, we work during the week, and then now come the weekend, we're like, okay, I want to do something exciting. I want to do something that is just going to be something that, I'm just going to just take a leap of faith to do. And so you do it. So like I said, there's so many things that can be out of the norm. If you're not a person that hikes, maybe you decide, you want to go hiking with your fellow buddies or with your family. Maybe you want to. Maybe you have a bucket list of the things that you would like to do before you leave the earth. And so maybe one of those things is actually bungee jumping or skydiving. Something, like I said, that will take you to a whole nother way of just enjoying life and just being that adventurer. And so sometimes it's in us, and it have to take somebody that kind of just pulls it out of you to really see that, hey, I never thought I would do that, but I'm glad I did, because now I got to see that I am that kind of person that kind of want to just step out of the norm and just explore new things, because this is a big world, and this world has so many activities, so many things to explore. But sometimes we are just so caught up and so used to just the ordinary activities of our own life that we don't see the purpose, or sometimes we just can't take that exploration type of energy and to just go and try to do new things. All right. So like I said, some of you, this card, I feel that is bringing attention or calling attention to some of you that maybe just need to just be adventurous at this time, whatever that may be. Just think about something that you have never done that maybe you wanted to do and you was kind of afraid of. Now is the time to go inside yourself and just go for it. Take that risk, take that leap. Within reason, nothing that's going to harm you. But I think you get the picture, because like I said, life at times can be boring. We're doing the same things over and over again. So maybe this weekend, perhaps look for something that can bring out the adventurer in you. All right? Whatever that may be, that you think that, you want to try something new. Maybe get together with your buddies and see what y'all guys can do. Like I say, and sometimes when you do that, believe me, it's almost like an adrenaline. If you're dealing with stress, if you stress, doing something outside the norm that you would do, sometimes it actually helps with stress levels, because there is a sense of you feeling like, I did something that I didn't think I would have been able to do. And so it kind of boosts your ego to a point, because it makes you feel good that you had what it takes to just be brave, to just go out, to go after what it is that you want, so to speak, on the adventurous side. You know what I mean? So again, I feel like this card is just drawing attention to the fact that maybe one of you just need to do something exciting. And because it's the weekend coming up, maybe you could try to delve into this adventurous side of yourself sometime this weekend. If you do, leave me a comment. Let me know what it was that you wanted to, that you felt that you wanted to try to do for the first time. You could drop me a comment and let me know. All right. So those were the insights and what I felt the messages was between those two cards. All right. And let us pull two cards from your angel deck. Let's see what your angels and your spirit guides have to say for you on this Friday. Okay, that one came out. That's when we get something else. Spirit, two cards, please. For the collective, for my masculine energies. What do you wish them to know? Ask for guidance. And one more card, please, Spirit. One more card. Let go of ego. Okay, so I'm not sure if this card was pulled before, but we're going to go into it. So, ask for guidance. Asking for guidance is something that you should be able to not feel like you can't. asking for guidance on anything is not a cowardly way to feel, especially for the masculine energies. Masculine energies, I know sometimes, speaking about the ego, and it's interesting that you got the ego card that came out. So intuitively, I'm feeling that when it comes to asking for guidance or help, I have to say, fellas, when it comes to your energies and just your personalities, and again, this may not be for each and every one of you, but for the most part, most men, you have an ego that sometimes when it comes to asking for guidance, what comes to my mind is if you're taking a road trip and you are driving and you probably got lost. Okay, this is just coming to me. This is just an example of what this means to me. And, you had your map, or you had a specific direction or a certain route in which you wanted to go, but somehow along the way you got lost. And so now, instead of you just facing the fact that you are lost and wanting to get and reach your destination, you will refuse to ask for help or guidance along the way, because that's just an ego thing. All right, and maybe your wife or your partner or your mate, your girlfriend, she's like, babe, we are lost. And maybe you just cannot get it out of your head that actually, yes, or to admit that, yeah, we are lost. And so you will just continue to just figure out how to find that route. But what happens if it starts to rain or the weather starts to get bad? And so now, you can't use that same route. Or, it's getting late, and the time is going. It's like, babe, we need to ask for help. That's just an example. So when there's a period of time or a moment that you need to ask for guidance, you need to ask for assistance, don't feel like you can't, or don't feel like it's a sign of, of failure, or that it's beneath you. No, it's not. We all need help at times, regardless of the gender. We all need help. We all need guidance. Sometimes things happen, and sometimes we just need someone else to assist us to get us to where we need to go. All right? So that's what I feel that this is. This is calling attention to some of you to just kind of just let that ego go a little bit sometimes when you need to figure out how to get somewhere, or whatever it is that you need an answer to or a direction to. Don't refuse to ask for help. And as I said, the next card that you got was let go of ego. So ego plays a part to me. I think they're very much in sync. I think when it comes to the masculine energies to ask for help or for guidance, your ego gets in your way. Okay? Now, I always like to go into the book and read further to see what further additional meanings that asking for guidance will give you, so you can really understand exactly and capitalize on really what that means. Okay? So let's go into the book right quick and see further what this means. Okay? 28. So it says here, be mindful that you are not on this journey alone. It can seem that ways at times, but there are many souls, not only on the earth plane, but in the spiritual realms, who have your best interests at heart and are always eager to help. All you have to do is reach out and ask. When moments arise that are difficult and you feel that you need to help making the correct choice, assistance is always here. This was the agreement before incarnation, whether you are consciously aware of it or not. There are several ways to contact your guides: through contemplation, meditation, prayer, or asking for contact in the dream state. Your connection to wisdom of your guides is omnipresent. It's your job to find the best way for you to receive it. Guides and other teachers work closely with you, and they understand your physical habits and mental process, so that they can steer you in the right direction. Besides personal assistance, they also have the ability to influence earthly circumstances for your benefit. There are many beings surrounding you, many realms, such as philosophers, sages, wise men, scholars, and masters who no longer require incarnation in the earth school. Asking for help is not perceived as a weakness. In fact, just the opposite is true. It is the fully aware human who acknowledges and accesses his or her connection to spirit realms. Make it a daily ritual to ask your guides to go before you on your earthly path and show you the way. So in addition to asking for help from humans or from people, also don't be afraid to ask for help from your spirit guides, your spirit angels. Because like I said, we all have them. We all have designated spirit guides and angels that work along with us. So when it comes to perhaps something on the spiritual level and you need assistance with, they are there to help you. So ask for their guidance as well. But when in general, I was just kind of just in generalizing, or just in general, when it comes to the masculine asking for any type of guidance. It doesn't just have to just be, guidance from your spirit guides, but just in general. I think sometimes some of the masculine energies out there, sometimes it's a bit intimidated because, as it said, for you it seems like it comes from a place of weakness, but it's not. It's just that you need to know something to get to where you need to go, or you need to be redirected into the direction that you was trying to go in. And sometimes you may not get the answer. You may not see it. So you need someone else to kind of help you to get you back on track. So never feel that asking for help of any kind is a sign of weakness. It's just being humble enough to be able to ask. Because if you don't ask, then you're going to be stuck. And you may never get to the answer. You may not never get to where you need to go because of your ego. All right? And so speaking of ego, letting go of ego, basically I think I pretty much gave you an idea of what that is all about, letting go of ego. Because ego can, if it's not controlled, if it gets out of hand, it can hold you back. It can kind of just do more harm than good, actually. You know what I mean? So let's go in further and see what let go of ego is trying to tell you here. Let's see what message. It says, a major lesson in this human school is to learn to separate the ego self from the true self. In the illusionary reality of the physical world, the consciousness of your higher self, which deals only in all, is filtered through the human brain, and thoughts are focused on I. The human identifies itself by the body you are in, your physical surroundings, the material objects that you acquire, and how you are perceived by others. Every emotional thought is seen from your point of view. Your guides and your higher self have chosen this earth dimension so that you can feel what it is like to manifest the energy of love and compassion while you are experiencing the emotions of isolation and disconnectedness. It is this great divide between the ego self and the higher self that causes sorrow and misery in this dimension. With this card, your guides would like to remind you that your main objective during physical incarnation is to view all things as part of yourself. When you are able to open yourself up to an awareness outside of the ego, you are able to see the bigger perspective of your being. And only then, through this shift, can you experience true joy and happiness. All right? So, fellas, that is what that is. Basically, whatever it is, when it comes to one's own ego, when it comes to asking for guidance, to me, there's a matter of equilibrium. There's a matter of just being balanced, being able to balance your true self, your higher self, and that of your ego. Okay? Never outdo your ego. Okay? There's a balance there that needs to be maintained when it comes to that. And anything in any area that you find your shadow self of your ego coming into play, you want to be able to keep it in control and balance it. Okay? All right, my masculine energies, this will end your reading for tonight. I hope that the two messages from each of the cards was helpful. I hope they were encouraging for you. I hope they was inspiring for you, as well to give you something to reflect upon into your weekend ahead. All right, so with that being said, I'm hoping all of you have a wonderful Friday, and I hope that your weekend be one of positiveness, inspirational, and happiness. Okay, and as one of your cards that came out, find something adventurous to do for this weekend. Okay, and if you choose to share it, please let me know in the comment section. But as always, if you do like the messages that was conveyed here tonight, please hit that thumbs like button to give me a like. Please subscribe to this channel, as well share with your fellow buddies so they can get on board to get some inspiration, but as well to be empowered and to step into the warriors that they were meant to be. All right, until next time, have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend ahead. Peace, love, and light. Bye.